It's Matthew Purdy, the Birmingham Barons, with another edition of Behind Enemy Lines. Today, a very special guest, Logan Morrison of the Miami Marlins. You're on a rehab assignment currently with the Jacksonville Suns, AA affiliate of the Miami Marlins. Thanks for taking some time to talk with us. First of all, talk about your rehab assignment, how you're feeling, and how you're doing at this point.
Knee feels good. You know, health is first, obviously, and all that stuff feels great. Getting back into the swing of things. I wish my swing did feel as good as my knee some days, but it's a process, and you just got to keep grinding.
Now I got to ask you, Logan, you guys have a brand new, beautiful facility yourself down in Miami, Florida, Marlins Park. How does it feel to come on a rehab assignment and play in a pretty place like this?
This is the nicest minor league park I've ever played in. You know, everything they did, they had every detail down to the T, and you know, they dotted their I's, and it's beautiful.
Logan, you made your Major League debut in 2010 with the Marlins. Unfortunately, that year, your father passed away. You did request to wear number 5, which was previously retired, in honor of George Brett, because you are from Kansas City originally, and you modeled your game after him, and your dad encouraged you to model your game after him. Talk a little bit about how special it was to get that number 5 and what your dad meant to your playing career today.
Well, first off, I wouldn't be anywhere without him. He taught me a lot of things, but you know, one thing that has stuck with me is work ethic. And don't let anybody outwork you. And you know, a lot of guys have talent in this game, and they fizzle out because they don't have the work ethic. Everything comes so easy to them, and then when they hit it, they struggle. They don't know how to handle it, and they don't know where to start. And I think, you know, if you have a good work ethic, if you have some talent, it'll take you a long way.
Now, Logan, as you progress and make your way back to full health and get back with the Marlins obviously struggled a little bit this year. You guys have a pretty good young nucleus. When you get back, what do you think it's going to take to get you guys on the winning track? And talk about the patience it's going to take as well. Yeah,
no, I think you grind it out. You take every pitch for what it is. Another pitch. Everybody wins on a pitch, or someone wins on a pitch. Who's going to be the pitcher or the hitter? And I think for us, we have to win every pitch. We have to grind out every at bat. We have to be running around with our heads cut off and playing reckless and playing aggressive and having fun. And I think those guys are doing it and competing, and I think you know, once we get back to full health, we'll be better.
Talk about your baseball camp as well. I had a chance to read about that earlier that you established for your father. Talk about the baseball camp and what it's done for lung cancer and helping save people.
Yeah, we raised over $200,000 for the Lung Association. Father did pass away from lung cancer. He's a non-smoker, so it affects everybody. You know, I saw the strongest man in the world that I knew. He was my rock, and I saw him, you know, wither away to nothing. And it was awful, but I don't want anybody else to have to go through that. And I think this is one small thing I can do to help other people out. And you know, it's the least I can do. You know, I'm in a spot. I'm privileged to be where I'm at. I'm lucky to be where I'm at. And to give back is just, you know, it's part of it.
2 fun things I got to ask you about, Logan. One, last year, I was an avid watcher of the franchise on Showtime. Enjoyed it thoroughly. How fun was that to have a show like that and be up close and personal?
I think it's cool. You know, you always have that. So when your kids wonder about where you're playing and what you were doing, and they can look back at that and see what's going on, and it gives you a nice little inside look on what we do daily.
The other thing is, you are the self-proclaimed king of Twitter in South Florida. You'll add another follower myself after this interview, so talk about Twitter and how big it is to you.
You know, it's another way to interact with the fans, to let them know what's going on in my life, let them know about charity stuff that we're doing. You know, I think anytime that you can let fans know that you're not just a baseball player, that you have a personality, that you're just like them, it's a good way to interact with them and you know, like to have fun with them too.
Got a pick in the NBA Finals. You're rolling with Miami Heat.
Yeah, I got to. You know, I think they've been there before. They've done it. So the Spurs, but you know, I think they'll be fine and they'll win it in 6.
Big time pleasure. Appreciate the time. Look forward to seeing you back in Miami soon. Get healthy, man.
Thank you.